probably wondering who I am. My name is Matt Biamonte, and yeah, this is my really recently new purchase, Standard Plus Model 3. As you can tell, I got the white interior. And you know, I just want to do a little video. I've had it for a little over a month, so this is kind of like my 1 month review on the Standard Plus, specifically what I love, a couple things I don't. You know, for the most part, I love this car. It's a lot of fun to drive. There are a few things that I wish I had, but you know, when you're buying the low-end Tesla, there are certainly some things that you're gonna give up, so I'm gonna go through all of it. Something I love about this car, I mean, it cannot be overstated just how smooth of a ride that it is. The acceleration is phenomenal, and man, it's just, it's really hard to put into words. Like, if you haven't ever driven one, and I think specifically driving one is the key, because riding in one is cool, don't get me wrong, but being behind the wheel is a whole nother, there's the acceleration, a whole nother experience. And as far as acceleration goes, the Standard Plus, I've got the slowest Tesla that they make, and it still just kicks your butt. Like, you know, right now I'm going 44 miles an hour in a 50, just a little punch off of the camera. Oh man, woo! It never gets old. Another thing that I love about this car, and I'm not gonna go into this too much right now, but adaptive cruise control. Autopilot is cool. The one thing I have learned about Autopilot, at least in my car, is you gotta be on good roads with well-painted lines for you to feel great about it. And there's a couple areas on my commute that there's some really tricky places for an Autopilot vehicle to interpret and understand, and it doesn't do great at those. But adaptive cruise control, it's nice. You know, it starts, it stops. You still feel like you're in control because you're driving the car, but it does kind of some of the other things that maybe you do or don't love doing, like starting and stopping. It does that for you, so it takes away that stress, but you're still in control. So Autopilot's cool, don't get me wrong, but we're not quite there yet. There's still a lot of places, especially on main roads and, you know, some other quote-unquote back roads, where it's a little sketchy. I'll be the first to admit that you get a little freaked out on the freeway. That's a whole nother thing. On a main road that has a speed limit of 50, 55, does great. Some other areas it doesn't, but cruise control, it always works. It doesn't read stoplights or stop signs yet, and I don't think that's a feature coming to the Standard Range Plus, unless you have an enhanced Autopilot, which I don't. But just the basic Autopilot and the adaptive cruise control is well worth it. Big fan. Back trunk is big, and you can put a lot of stuff in there, but what I really love about this trunk is this little flap right here with even more storage. You can see I've got shoes, a jacket, the Tesla charger comes in there. It's nice to be able to store things in there that I want to have with me all the time, but I don't want in the back of my trunk, making it look messy and gross. Feature that I love about my Tesla Model 3, and it's not even something that's really advertised, but it's just the little details that I've come to find that have really taken this to the next level for me, is when you are in reverse, the side mirrors fold down. So I'm gonna put the car in reverse, and you'll notice the mirror here tilt down to show you exactly how far away you are from the curb. One of the things I've come to love about the Tesla Model 3, this is not something that it's exclusive to Tesla, but having driver profiles. Right now I'm on easy entry, as you can see above, and this just lets me get out of the car easily. But then I share the car with my wife. So as you can see, I've got my name, I've got my wife's name, my dad's name. You can save multiple people in here. And when we take turns driving the car, it's no big deal. This is going to adjust to what I want it to do. But the reason I bring this up is it's a lot more than just adjusting the seat and adjusting the steering wheel. It saves all of these settings. So for me, driving, I like standard acceleration, standard regenerative braking. You come to autopilot. I've got a cruise follow distance of 2. I've got speed limit relative, and I offset it by 4 miles over the speed limit. That saves to my profile. If I go to my wife's profile, you see it's already changed. She doesn't have the offset turned on, and her follow distance is 2 lengths longer than mine. So it goes so much further than just adjusting the seat, which is such a big deal to me. The sound system is really good, but it is annoying that they haven't enabled all the speakers that are in the car. It's noticeable that you don't get sound out of all the speakers, and although it sounds really good, it's frustrating. I'm a huge music fan. I want the best sound possible, and that wasn't something I could purchase when I bought it, and I still can't do it yet. Hopefully that's something that can be added on later on, because I really want it. The center console dash is a magnet for fingerprints, so you have to put a wrap on it, and they're really tricky to put on. Like, mine doesn't look great around the cup holders, but it's a lot better than having nasty fingerprints all over it. This is more of a con than a pro, but as you can see above me, you've got the beautiful all glass roof, and it is phenomenal. It's not something you can really notice from the driver's perspective, but definitely when you're riding in the back seat, it's really nice. I gotta be honest, I'm a huge sunroof guy. I wish this retracted like older Model S's, but it still looks great. I mean, compared to the alternative, which is absolutely no light and just a standard roof, this is certainly much, much better than that. But I do find myself wishing sometimes that I could open it up and use it. I gotta say, after 1 month, highly recommend. It's been a blast. There's a few things that I hope that I have the opportunity to have fixed in a software update or something I can purchase down the road, but right now it has exceeded my expectations, and they were very, very high. So there you go. If you guys have any interest in me doing like an autopilot versus adaptive cruise control video in my area, kind of showing how autopilot works, especially in the back roads, let me know in the comments. That's something I'll be willing to do. I don't know how often I'm going to do these Tesla videos, but I figured, hey, I'm a standard range plus owner who doesn't charge at home. Could be kind of interesting to get my perspective. So thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys, and take care.